Hello, and thank you for taking the time to review this informative video about the Community Chaplain Program. In the next few minutes, we will briefly explain what a community chaplain is, what a community chaplain does, and the training a community chaplain has received. You'll also hear from people just like you who have participated in a chaplain program. Let's get started. So exactly what is a community chaplain? The best way to think of a chaplain is simply as a caregiver. A chaplain's job is to help people in their sphere of influence. They help people have a better quality of life through implementing the skills that they have learned through their extensive training. The chaplain is there to offer care in a variety of life situations without judgment, and with the exception of the expressed intent of a person to harm himself or herself or someone else, everything that is said to the community chaplain is confidential. The idea of chaplaincy is not new. Congress has had one since the founding of the country. Chaplains are commonly found in the military, in businesses, and in areas of public service like police and fire departments. A community chaplain can bring great comfort to any person or situation, and as we'll see in a moment, a community chaplain has received extensive training and can use that training to help those around him or her. Every community chaplain receives 86 hours of extensive and detailed training. Textbooks, audio CDs, and case studies are all part of this rigorous program. Each community chaplain is equipped with an empowerment kit, giving him or her the tools needed to handle any situation, any kind of person, in any set of circumstances.
It is the most incredible information you could ever receive because it does empower you to handle every kind of situation.
In addition, every chaplain has been approved for service by his or her local church. Your chaplain is fully educated on how to develop effective relationships, how to gain permission, and the importance of confidentiality. Community chaplains are trained in a number of areas, including, but not limited to, hospital care and health crisis, financial situations, spiritual matters, substance abuse, suicide, grief, critical incidents and emergencies, marriage and divorce, legal issues, jails and detention centers, and much more. The kit also includes an evaluation instrument designed to match the chaplain's personality and skills with an appropriate area of service. The chaplain will receive support from the Community Chaplains of America web portal, offering continuing education, additional resources, and a network of other community chaplains with which to interact. Community chaplains can be utilized anywhere in your neighborhood: hospitals, pools, sports fields, fire stations, coffee shops, golf courses, churches, schools, car dealerships, parks, laundromats, office break rooms, TV and radio stations. Anywhere there are people, there's a need for a community chaplain.
My wife and I love to come to the movies every Friday night. We love comedies. You wouldn't believe how many folks come to the movies just like us every Friday night. We thought, why not become the community chaplain to the movie theater we go to? That was almost 3 years ago. We've really enjoyed getting to help some people through some really dark times of life.
So why should your organization have a community chaplain?
As a sales manager of a busy car dealership, I need to focus on the details of the business. Having a community chaplain helps me to do just that.
A community chaplain will help build a greater sense of community.
Well, I've noticed that whenever Rick drives his bike up to my coffee shop, that people just start to gather around him, and they're drawn to him. And I've noticed an increase in my sales too, where people come in more often because Rick is around, and they stay longer and they buy more, and the shop has really become kind of a town square sort of place.
A chaplain can help others deal with life issues more proactively when they are smaller instead of when they are unmanageable.
Como la mayoría de las familias en nuestra Since most of my neighbors spend a lot of time at the pool in my subdivision, my wife and I decided to be chaplains for our neighborhood, capellanes para nuestro vecindario. Pero ¿quién knew that the first summer that we lived in the community, a 4-year-old little boy would drown at a birthday party held at our pool? Me alegro que tuvimos I'm glad that we had the training to know how to minister to those hurting families.
The community chaplain is trained to deal with life issues that others do not know how to handle.
Being a part of community chaplains is a wonderful opportunity and a great training for me as I work with buyers and sellers, helping them to go through that process. Buying and selling can be very stressful. It means a lot to them to have someone come alongside, pray with them, encourage them, hold their hand as they're going through this.
All issues remain confidential, offering a degree of trust not often found.
As a school principal, I understand the importance of confidentiality. I deal with parents and students in some pretty sticky situations. I appreciate the care and the confidentiality that our chaplain brings.
The community chaplain is here to care for people through genuine relationships of trust. We hope that you now have a greater understanding of how a community chaplain can benefit your organization and the people involved in it. To learn more about how a chaplain can bring much needed care and comfort, visit us online at www.chaplain.org. Thank you again for taking the time to review this community chaplain video, and we look forward to serving you.